The YC interview process itself is just 10 minutes long. Typically, you log into a Zoom call and you have your YC interviewers/partners on the call on the other side. There could be 3 or 4 of them. And they usually start with the leading question, which is, what are you going to make? What does your company do? And so on and so forth. And then they start asking you follow-up questions with the primary intent of them extracting the information they need to make a decision. They're trying to ascertain, is this a good founder? Is this an interesting business? And they are genuinely trying to understand whether your business is useful. So it's not a bunch of template questions, especially beyond the first or the second question. It can feel quite intense, especially because 10 minutes is a short period of time. And a bunch of 2 or 3 minute answers doesn't allow for many follow-up questions. They may cut you off, especially if they find that you are rambling. So from that perspective, I've heard people describing it as quite intense. My advice to folks who are prepping for the interview itself is to do a couple of things. First, try and practice with a YC alum, and there are many out there at this point in time. Feel free to reach out to me as well. And at this point, YC alums, I think, can do a decent enough job of asking you that sort of independent, aggressive interviewer style questioning, can put you through that experience to almost prep you for it. The second thing I usually advise folks, and this is advice not just for YC interviews, but all kinds of interviews where you're trying to talk about yourself and the work you've done, is go in prepared with the 3 points that you want to get across, right? Do you want to talk to them about a critical milestone your business has hit? Do you want to talk to them about some interesting product discovery you've had? Do you want to talk to them about an interesting customer? Figure out what the 3 most important points you want to get across are, because I've often had people come back to me and say, oh my God, the interview got over, it was a blur, and I forgot to even tell them that one thing that was super important, which was perhaps a footnote in my application, or was maybe even highlighted in my application, but I'm not sure they read it completely, right? So go prepared with 3 specific things you want to say and make sure you get that point across. But above anything else, have a honest, genuine conversation and be genuinely interested in your business. And the rest sort of works itself out. There's very little time to work on your soft skills in terms of your articulation and enunciation. They see founders from across the world, so I don't think there's any bias towards. I get this question from time to time from international founders. I don't speak that well. I'm not entirely prepped in public speaking. I feel a little lesser than perhaps an American founder. Those things almost don't matter in my opinion. You need to be able to sell your product, because at the end of the day, they are VCs. If they see that you have a chance of success, they want to put their money into you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. To watch the full episode of my experience at Y Combinator, click on the video here.